Hey friends, remember how I told you we're going to jump around a little bit? Okay, so today we're going back to lesson 20, and here's why we jumped around. Lessons 20 through 24 are all about money, okay? So I didn't want to break up the last 3 lessons that were similar to what we've been doing to talk about money. So I figured I'm going to switch it around. I gave you the last 3 lessons first. Now we're going to go back and talk about money, okay? Now, here's the thing also with the money. We're going to combine 2 lessons into one. So we're only going to watch part of one video, and then we're going to watch the rest of the whole of the second video, okay? So this one's going to be a little bit longer, but your workload is not going to be anything like it, okay? So I'll tell you what we're going to do for our work when we're done, okay? All right, so let's get started. Now, to make this a little easier, we're also not going to do the application problem, and we're not going to do any fluency, okay? Because I want you guys to really have time to do all this. And like I said, we're combining 2 lessons. We're going to do lesson 20. I can identify pennies, nickels, and dimes by their image, name, or value. I can decompose the values of nickels and dimes using pennies and nickels. Now, let me skip ahead a little bit. Somewhere in here. Are we there? Oh, I think I went too far. What lesson am I on? Hold on. Oh, we're still in 20. Okay, keep going. And let's look at number 21. Okay, so in lesson 21, I can identify quarters by their image, name, and value. I can decompose the value of quarters using pennies, nickels, and dimes. So we're going to look at all 4 coins today, and we're going to look at how we can build each numbers with all the coins, okay? Before we get into all this, though, let's look at my chart. I made a little chart, guys. Look at my chart. Okay, I have a penny. This is your penny. This is the front. This is the back. And it's worth 1 cent, okay? Here's my nickel. Now, nickels today make it look a little bit different than this, and that's okay. We're going to talk about that in our video. They're worth 5 cents. We have a dime. Again, our dimes might look a little different, but they're worth 10 cents. And quarters. Quarters definitely look different today, and they're worth 25 cents. And I've got little things here that will help us remember. Okay, so repeat after me. Penny, penny.
Penny, penny.
Easily spent.
Easily spent.
Copper brown.
Copper brown.
And worth 1 cent.
And worth 1 cent.
All right, let's do nickel. Nickel, nickel. Thick and fat. You're worth 5 cents. I know that. Here's dime. Dime, dime. Little and thin. I remember. You're worth 10. And the last one. Quarter, quarter. Big and bold. You're worth 25. I've been told. Okay, those will help you remember as we're going about our lesson today. So let me get us started with our lesson today. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry, friends. Let me go back. Meow. All right, here we go. Oh, now I can't hear anything. Miss Ray is not prepared, is she? Here we go.
Today, we're going to learn about coins and their values. For this lesson, you will need 5 dimes, 15 pennies, and 3 nickels. If you don't have these, don't worry. You can participate by following along in the video. Push pause now to gather your material.
If you want to get this stuff for yourself, that's fine. You need dimes, pennies, and I can't remember how many nickels she said, so I'm going to do 5. We'll do 5. Actually, let's do 3. Okay. And I got a bunch of dimes. I don't remember how many dimes she said. Okay. Here we go.
For most of this video, I'm going to be behind the camera so you can focus on the coins.
Mine are not real coins. They're plastic.
And if I ask you a question, usually I give you this signal. Today, you can just take a moment to think and then say it out loud. See you real soon. I'm gonna go behind the camera. Let's start with this coin. What is the name of this coin? Think about it first. Tell me.
It's a dime.
This is a dime. What is the value of 1 dime?
We know that the dime is 10 cents.
It is worth 10 cents. Point to which coin on the screen is a dime. How many pennies do I need to equal the value of 1 dime? Think about it first.
I
Now
want to equal
whisper to a loving
10.
partner,
How many
or
pennies
you
do I
can
need?
whisper it out loud to me.
I know that a penny is worth 1 cent, so I need 10 pennies.
10 pennies equals 1 dime. Since pennies are worth 1 cent, you need 10 pennies to equal 1 dime. Count the pennies out loud as I lay them in 5 groups.
1,
1 penny,
2,
2 pennies,
3,
3 pennies,
4,
4 pennies,
5,
5 pennies,
6,
6 pennies,
7,
7 pennies,
8,
8 pennies,
9,
9 pennies,
10.
10 pennies. This one tiny dime has the same value as 10 pennies.
We could say they're equal.
So if you were going to the store and you wanted to buy a piece of candy that was worth 10 cents, you could either pay with 10 pennies or you could pay with 1 dime. Does one of those ways seem easier than the other?
The dime.
It would be a lot easier to just hand over 1 dime, wouldn't it? Look at this coin. This coin is called a nickel. 2 of these together have the same value as 1 dime. Draw a number bond with me. What's the value of 1 dime?
10 cents.
10 cents. Let's write 10 in this part of the number bond. If 2 nickels are equal to 1 dime, what is the value of 1 nickel?
5 cents.
Could it be 7 and 3?
No.
No, because even though 7 plus 3 equals 10, we need the coin to have the same value. So it must be worth 5 cents. Because it's the same coin. Maybe some of you thought of this like a doubles fact. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Or you might have thought of your hands. 5 and 5 make 10. Find all of the nickels that you have, or point to all the nickels on the screen.
Let's find all the nickels on the screen. See how many you can find before she circles them.
I'll circle the nickels on my screen.
Did you find all 3?
I'm a Nicholson.
Let's take a look at the nickel more closely.
Nicholson, because it's spelled the same
All
way.
of these nickels look different from each other. So let's talk about it.
Look different.
Most nickels look like this. It has Thomas Jefferson. He was the United States' 3rd president, and he helped make the money system.
Miss Nicholson's so
On
silly.
the back of most nickels, it looks like this. But some of the newly designed nickels have Thomas Jefferson looking forward, like this. So how will we know that a nickel is a nickel.
What did our poem say?
I'll take a moment and pick one and examine it. Look at
Mine
the
are-
size,
Mine are
look at the
plastic,
color,
so they're not shiny.
look at the front and back. How are we going to remember that this is a nickel?
Look how big and thick it is. And it's smooth.
I'm stacking them to show that they are the same size. Even though the design has changed, the size stayed the same. They're a little bit bigger than pennies, also bigger than dimes,
See? Look at
and
that.
they have a real smooth edge.
Penny has the same edge, and it's not
Separate
as
your
thick,
coins into
but a
dimes,
dime
pennies,
is a ridged
and
edge.
nickels. Push pause if you need more time.
Go ahead and separate yours. I've already got mine separated, but they're all
Let's write the name of each coin and its value under each pile. Let's start with dimes.
That's right. Dimes. And they are worth how
A
much?
dime is worth 10
cents.
cents.
Sometimes we write it like this.
What are these called?
We have penny.
Pennies. Let's write penny. And a penny is worth
1 cent.
1 cent.
Again, you can write it like this too.
And we learned nickel today.
I'll zoom out
Nickel.
so you can see better here.
It's worth 5 cents. Okay, you guys have done fabulous so far. What is one of the ways that we made 10 cents?
We use 10 pennies or 2 nickels.
We made 10 cents with 10 pennies. We also made 10 cents with 1 dime, and we also made 10 cents with 2 nickels. 2 nickels is 10 cents. How many cents will I have if I put down 1 more nickel?
Well, let's count it out. 5, 10, 15.
15 cents. I'm going to make 15 cents in different ways, using pennies, dimes, and nickels.
Okay, I'm going to pause
Work with
here
the part.
because we're going to do this a little bit more in our next video, but I want you to learn about the quarter too before we start talking a little more. So I'm going to pause the video for a second and we're going to get the next video up. Okay, now I've got the second video pulled up and we have already talked about dimes, pennies, and nickels so far. We're going to talk a lot more about them, but we're also going to add another coin, and we've already talked about it because it's the quarter. So if you want to get a quarter to add to your money, then go for it. She wants you to have 3 dimes, 25 pennies, 3 nickels, and a quarter. If you don't have it, it's okay. Okay, let's just keep going. And this chart we'll look at together.
To get started, I want you to put your finger on 1 dime or point to the dime on my screen. What is the value of 1 dime?
We know that 1 dime is 10 cents.
10 cents. Put your finger on 1 penny or point to the penny on my screen. What is the value of 1 penny?
1 cent.
1 cent. Very good. Put your finger on 1 nickel or point to the nickel on the screen. What is the value of 1 nickel?
It is 5 cents.
5 cents. What is the unit for each of these coins?
Cents.
Cents. Very good. We have a new coin today. What do you notice about this new coin?
It's a lot bigger. Look at that.
than the other coins. It has bumpy edges, a dime. Well, this coin is called a quarter. Let's all say that together. Quarter. Let me hear it again. Quarter. Some quarters have different pictures on the back. Many quarters have pictures of eagles, and others have pictures about states on the back. Well, no matter what, all quarters have the same value. It's 25 cents. Before we get into the lesson, let's put our coins in piles.
I'm going to keep mine off the screen because it's a lot. So you all just follow along with what she's doing.
Make sure to label each of your piles with the type of coin it is and its value. Let's use our coins to make 25 cents in different ways and record them on a problem set.
I'm going to leave this up. So
how many pennies make 25 cents?
So if a penny is worth 1 cent and I want to make 25
pennies.
I need 25 pennies.
Count out 25 pennies and arrange them in 5 groups.
I'll
do the same.
Pennies.
I'm going to give you about 1 minute for this. Go.
If you have pennies, then go for it. I don't have 25 pennies, but we'll still count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm missing because I need to make 25. So I'm going to draw a circle with a 1 in it. 23, 24, 25.
Take a moment to get your problem set.
It's okay if you don't have it.
I'm going to give you 1 minute to draw 25 pennies in the first row of your problem set. Great. It should look just like your pennies. To draw a penny, we would draw a circle and put the value of 1 penny inside. What is the value of 1 penny?
1 cent.
1 cent. So we'll make a 1 inside. Use the 5 group way. Go.
Okay, I'm not going to have you draw this out right now, okay? So I'm actually going to fast forward through this part to get to where it shows you what it looks like at the end of that, okay? So hold your horses. Okay. See, it looks similar to what we did here, but she drew it like this.
How many 10s do you see?
Ooh, I see a group of 10s here and a group of 10s here. So
there are 2 10s. Point to my picture. Where do you see the 2 10s?
I see 10 here and a 10 here. See?
I drew my 10s in 5 group rows, so you might see the 10s like this. But you could also see them in 5 group formation, like a 10 frame, like this. Either way, it's showing 2 10s. How many ones are not grouped in a 10?
5.
There are 5 pennies not grouped in a 10. So that would be 5 ones. How many total ones do you see?
25.
There are 25 ones. Go down 1 row on your problem set so that we're looking in here. Now we get to use dimes and pennies.
Okay, so we need to make
What is one way to make
25.
25 cents using dimes and pennies? Tell a partner, or you can say it out loud to me.
Well, I can look at 25 and say there's 2 10s and 5 ones, so I need 2 dimes and 5 pennies.
We could trade 10 pennies for 1 dime, or we could trade 20 pennies for 2 dimes. We have some options. Go ahead and change pennies for dimes. Put 1 dime where 10 pennies used to be.
1 dime. Here's my other dime.
To draw 1 dime, we write the number 10 and put a circle around it.
Make it kind of small so you have room.
Record the way that you used dimes and pennies to make 25 cents. And I'll do the same.
Okay. Again, but we're not writing them right now, so it's okay.
Or drawing dimes and pennies.
It's easier to draw dimes
The
and pennies.
dimes
isn't
and
it?
pennies are simpler because there are less coins. Now I will give you 1 minute to make 25 cents using dimes and nickels. Ready? Go.
I know I have my 2 dimes to make 20. Can I change my 5 pennies for 1 nickel? Yeah, because 1 nickel is 5 cents and that's 5 pennies. So I can take those 5 pennies off and I can have 1 nickel. So now I have 10, 20, 25. I made 25 cents. Now, again, I'm gonna fast forward her a little bit.
I accidentally solved. Welcome back. Guess what silly Mrs. Curry did? I accidentally solved this first using dimes and pennies again.
Oops.
Oops. So you'll see where I had to erase because when I went to write in how many dimes and nickels, I realized I didn't use nickels. What's another way that we could make 25 cents using dimes and nickels?
Could we do 1 dime and 3 nickels?
We could break apart one of our dimes into 2 nickels, which would give us 1 dime, 3 nickels. Now I will give you 1 minute to complete D, E, and F. Nickels and pennies. You're still trying to make 25 cents. Just nickels and just a quarter. Go.
All right, I'm gonna pause. We're still making 25 cents. Let's look at how many nickels and pennies we would need. So I'm gonna count by 5s for my nickels and pennies. Let's see, I'm gonna do, let's see, 5, there's a 10, there's another 10. I know that we had 2 dimes, so here's 2 10s. And then I need some pennies, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I took my 2 10s and made them into nickels, now I have 1, 2 nickels for 10. Here's another 2 nickels for 10. So here's 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I could use 4 nickels and 5 pennies. But what if I just wanted to use nickels? I would trade my 5 pennies for 1 more nickel. So now I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I have 5 nickels. Now, what if I wanted to trade all of this in for 25 cents in a quarters? How many quarters would I need? Just 1 quarter. Okay. So we're going to fast forward her through the time and hit play. There we go.
Welcome back. I will reveal 1 problem at a time. For letter D, I drew 4 nickels, and 5
We
pennies.
did that, didn't we?
What other ways could we make 25 cents with nickels and pennies?
We could take this 5 and get 5 more pennies. Or we could take this 5 and get 5 more pennies. So we
Here
could
are
do 10
the
pennies.
other ways. Point to the one that you used if you didn't use the same one I did.
Lots of different ways.
Are we ready for letter E?
Yep.
5 nickels equal 25 cents. Are there any other ways we could make 25 cents using just nickels? There's not. There's just the one way. It takes 5 nickels to make 25 cents. How about the last one? Quarters. It takes 1 quarter to make 25 cents. Is there any other ways that we could make a drawing using
No.
quarters that equal 25 cents? Nope,
Quarters.
this is the only way. Great job, everybody. You learned a new coin today, the quarter.
Whoop, whoop.
It's time now to practice your new knowledge and skills on the problem set. Your must-do problems are 2 through 4. Do your very best thinking for 10 minutes. And then if there's time left over, do any of the other problems. It's been another great day learning with you. I'll see you real soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Miss Curry. Now, friends, if you have sat here long enough with me and you've gone through both these videos with me, here's what I'm going to do for you today. We are not doing the problem set today. You are only going to have to do the exit tickets. Now, there's 2 exit tickets, so make sure you do both of them, okay? So you don't have to worry about the problem set. Matter of fact, on the problem set, I just want you to draw a dime, a nickel, a penny, or a quarter, any of them. I don't care. Draw me 1 coin on your problem sets. Okay, there's 2 problem sets, so make sure you draw a coin on each one. I will know if you drew a coin on that problem set that you watched the video and you're only going to do the exit ticket. Okay, so right now, go to your Google Classroom. I only want you to draw 1 coin on both problem sets and then go solve the exit tickets. That's it. So if you sat here and watched this entire video with me, yay, you don't have as much work. Now, those of you that didn't watch the video, you're probably going to do it all. So if you watch the video, don't follow the instructions. Go draw a coin on your problem sets and then complete the exit tickets. If your adult doesn't believe you, say, come look at the video. It says in the video, I'm drawing a coin on my problem sets and then doing the exit tickets. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, please email me and I'll see you guys on our next lesson. Bye, friends.